All right, this is gonna be a little different from my normal videos. It might be a little disorganized. I'm learning as I go. But today, I'm gonna be showing you how to purchase a suppressor. This is gonna be my first time purchasing a suppressor, so this should be everything you need to know. Okay, so first of all, I wanted mine for a Ruger Mark IV. I didn't know which suppressor would fit it, so I did a little bit of research on YouTube. I looked up Ruger Mark IVs with suppressors. Even though I haven't owned a suppressor, I am a fan of dead air suppressors, so I wanted to see if Dead Air had one. Dead Air does call a dead air mask. I looked around town, none are in the stores. The last store I actually called, they said ever since they sped up the process of getting your paperwork done, which I believe is your Form 4, since it's so quick now that they have a problem keeping suppressors in stock. The dead air mask is no exception to that, so I end up having to go online to find some. And I found them. I can't say the site because YouTube don't like you talking about websites that sell guns. If you're interested in the exact setup I'm getting, I will link everything on my website, CajunBoyJake.com, and you can search suppressor. If you don't know how to purchase firearms and things online, here's the link for that. It'll explain everything. I ended up purchasing my firearm and suppressor online. I'm currently waiting for both of them, but I just received the email from the suppressor company. It says that my suppressor is reserved, but I need to follow these steps in order to have it sent to the FFL that I chose. So I'm about to do that now. Also, one of the biggest things about this, I was informed that whenever you getting your suppressor, like if you don't know, the old style is you'd wait like 6 months to a year to get your suppressor, like you would pay for it. You'd have to come back 6 months to a year after your paperwork was done. Now I'm hearing stories of paperwork being done over a 1 day period, or like a week period, I've heard most recently. But the way you get this process expedited is you need to find a FFL who has this kiosk inside that will expedite the process, because you can go to the kiosk, do your fingerprint and everything on the spot inside the gun shop. So I'm gonna gather all the required documents it's trying to tell me, and I'm gonna see if I go to the gun shop, if I can do all this stuff at the kiosk today, and hopefully get my suppressor shipped within the next few days, and I could maybe have it next week.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
I literally just walked out the gun shop. You see it right here. I just finished with this kiosk. That took forever to do my fingerprints. For some reason I couldn't get them to scan in as good or whatever. One of them I submitted as poor, but it looked great to me. I tried doing it fast, doing half the finger, doing more of the tip of the finger. I could not figure it out. Everything I did, it just wanted to read as poor. Literally took me like 30 minutes just doing the fingerprints, and nothing else was taking a long time. Now the guy behind the counter told me that the wait time has been like a few months or a few weeks. I'm honestly thinking he's wrong, hoping he's wrong, because what I've been hearing is like at most like a week for everything to come back. Apparently everything else is done over the computer. So now on to the next part. I'll let you know once I get done with the rest of the computer work, and we just gotta wait.
Tomorrow.
So before I headed to the gun shop to go to the kiosk, I did my online profile with Silencer Shop, or whatever it's called, and I uploaded a passport style photo. I took it myself in front of a whiteboard that I have. That went up on my profile, and I pretty much had to just go to the kiosk to do the fingerprints. And it also asked me a couple questions, like the regular questions you get when you purchasing a firearm. Also, the only thing you really need to bring with you whenever you go into this kiosk is the QR code, or I had a 6-letter code. I'm not sure if they all 6 letters, so that you can log in on the kiosk to your online profile that you had already set up. You also need to make an account with eforms.atf.gov. You have to make sure that everything matches your Silencer Shop profile. You need to make sure your email and your full name and your address matches perfectly. That's what it says repeatedly. Make sure they match perfectly. After you go to the kiosk, get your thing complete to 100%, answer all the questions, the photo and everything. And then you have your eForms account set up also. Apparently, you're just supposed to wait, and you will receive an email from Silencer Shop that says something about ready to certify. I'm currently, I think, in that waiting phase, so we'll see how many days it takes me to get this.
One eternity later.
All right, so I finally got another email about the suppressor, and I thought it was to go pick it up. This is the first email I got from these guys. This is the initial one on the day I went through my fingerprints, and you can see missing transfer information, missing some basic blah blah blah. And then I didn't hear anything until today. I got this one which it kind of looked the same as the one on July 11th. But then I noticed here, it said next step, it looks like we already have everything we need. So then I got excited, but I realized it still wasn't ready to be picked up. So I was kind of down about that. But then when I got home after work, I checked my email again and I got this. They reviewed everything. It looks good. Transfer waiting. And then it sent me some papers to sign. Right here, I've already signed my portion. And at some point after I signed it, I saw that it said after signing, I should be able to continue something. I don't know what's the next step, but it said within 2 days. So I'm expecting to see something tomorrow or the next day.
16 paranoia-filled days later.
And I just seen I got a new email, E-Form 4, ready to certify now. I noticed that I had a voicemail, and here's that voicemail.
Hello, this is from Second Amendment. A message for letting you know that your item has arrived and you can continue on Silence Your Shop's website. Thank you. Bye.
Good afternoon, Second Amendment.
I ordered my first suppressor, and I just got a call from you guys today saying that my item had arrived and I could continue on Silence Your Shop. I'm not sure the next step that I'm supposed to do.
Well, you have an account with Silence Your Shop?
Yes.
All right, so you come in and work on the kiosk.
Okay.
They're going to take your picture, they're going to do your fingerprints.
I've done all of that. So is it just like something I gotta just finish up in there?
I believe so. Hold on a second. Let me just get better clarification, all right?
Okay.
We have the silencer.
Okay.
You have to go on your Silence Your Shop account. Just double check and make sure that the tax stamp is paid. All right, and then you come in here and we certify it on our end, and then at that point it's the waiting game.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Got
All
it.
right.
All of my stuff is paid, so I'm gonna go in and see what happens.
One long angry line later.
So I just came out of the shop. I've been in there for about 30 minutes. Everybody was a little confused. Long story short, whoever is certifying these forms is only able to certify Wednesdays and Fridays. So I have to come back on Wednesday. I had to log in on my phone when I was in there, and they tried logging in on the computer at the same time to, I think, try to certify. After them trying to figure everything out, like I said, they got the message that it was only Wednesdays and Fridays. So looks like we all trying to figure this out at the same time. When I was at work today, I saw I had a voicemail.
Hey, Jacob, this is with Second Amendment Guns. Heard you came in on Saturday to do a certification for your suppressor. Well, we do certify on Wednesdays and Fridays. So today is Wednesday. If you could give me a call back, I just need some information from you. We can do it over the phone. If you're in front of your phone or your computer, we can get it done. But we're going to need your username, your ATF Forms username, and your PIN.
And in this new email says, ready to certify now. And down here, it actually says how to certify. If you follow this link, it takes you to this YouTube video that explains exactly the process. And for me, it was just like that. Okay, one important thing to note, which I got messed up, is the username you use to sign into the ETF website is not the username that they're asking for, or at least in my case, it wasn't. My username to sign in is my email. But when you click into the ATF website and go to your profile, there should be a username that the ATF provided. That's the actual username that they are asking for. It also asks for a PIN. You're going to have to remember whatever PIN you made whenever you created your ATF account. So I filled out a questionnaire. Eventually, I got to the right username, got to the right PIN. And once I hit that, they said I was good to go. Now it's the actual waiting game, which is here. Unlike what I thought before, which was when you first ordered your suppressor, that's when the waiting game started. Good Lord, this is a long, confusing process.
Eventually.
All right, real quick, I got an email today while I was at work that said my e-form something has been changed to approved. So I think I'm good to go to the gun store and pick up my suppressor right now. Let's go, baby. Please have it. Woo. I just came from the gun shop and I was actually able to pick up my suppressor. I felt like that was a long time. And when I picked it up, they kept saying how like I was so quick and whatever, but I still feel like this took a lot longer because I heard the wait times were like a day, but I didn't realize the wait times didn't start until after your paperwork got there or whatever, however that process works. So now you know you don't have to get excited when you hear short wait times like I hear short wait times, but apparently that's still short wait times because not that long ago, this would have taken a year. I'm not an unboxing type of guy, but let's unbox this thing. And it's going on this Ruger Mark IV I'm assuming this is a tool to use to tighten a suppressor or something like that. I'm not a suppressor guy really, so I'm just assuming this is some type of tool for that. I can actually see the individual baffles in there. If you don't know what baffles are, that's like the little cones kind of thing that dampen the sound, which is why most of us call these suppressors and not silencers, because they dampen, they don't silence. But at the front, you can see here, it looks like that tool will fit on there. Feels just like 007 in the movie. I think that thing is beautiful like this. Look at that beautiful finished product.